Welcome to Math Challenge 440. In Math Challenge 440, we have a unit square inside a bigger square. ABCD is a bigger square. Inside it, we have a smaller square, and M and N are the midpoints of the sides. M is the midpoint of AD, N is the midpoint of DC. And we have to find the radius of the given red circle with center O. O is the center of the red circle. We have to find the radius of the red circle. Math Challenge 440 for all quantitative and numerical aptitude examinations. Now, area of the square, see the blinking square, the small square, the blinking square. The area is given 1 square meter. So each side should be 1 meter. If the area of the square is 1 square meter, each side should be 1 meter. So the total should be 2 meters because M and N are the midpoints. So if MD is 1 meter, DN is 1 meter, then the bigger square, each side should be 2 meters. So each side of the larger square, that is AB, BC, CD and DA, each side will be 2 meters in length. So that is the first thing we calculate, that the larger square, the bigger square, each side is 2 meters in length. Now, we draw the radius OX and radius OY. From the center of the circle, O is the center of the circle, OX is the radius, OY is the radius, and we get a square. You can see the blinking square. Now, BX equal to BY, BX equal to BY, both are tangents. OX equal to OY, OX is radius, OY is radius. So this is a square because tangent and radius, they will be always perpendicular to each other. OX will be perpendicular to the side AB and OY will be perpendicular to the side BC. So this blinking, this is a square. OXBY is a square, and the diagonal of the square is given by R root 2, side into root 2. Side is a radius, each side is a radius, OX, OY, each of them is a radius R. So diagonal of the square is given by root 2 into side, that is R root 2. So the diagonal OB of the blinking square is R root 2 meter, where R is the radius of the circle. Now we join OP. OP is the radius. OP, see O to P, that is the radius, that is equal to R. We join PD. When we join PD, that is the diagonal PD. So diagonal PD is root 2. The diagonal PD is root 2 because this is a square, each side 1 meter. Each side is 1 meter, so diagonal will be root 2 into 1, that is root 2 meter. So PD is root 2 meters and OP is the radius and OB we have calculated as R root 2. So now we can calculate the full diagonal BD. So DB, which is made up of 3 segments. The first segment, D to P, that is the diagonal of the smaller square, that is root 2. Then P to O, OP, that is the radius R, and O to B, that we calculated R root 2. So the total diagonal D to B will be root 2 plus R root 2. But the diagonal of the larger square, each side 2 meters, should be 2 root 2. If we take the larger square ABCD, the side is 2, so root 2 into side 2 root 2. So DB should be 2 root 2. So now we can say that root 2 plus R root 2 is 2 root 2. the total diagonal, which is made up of 3 segments. So the total diagonal of a square, each side 2 will be 2 root 2. That is made up of 3 segments, root 2 plus r root 2. So now we can set up this equation, and from this equation we shall calculate the value of r, radius. So we got root 2 plus r root 2 equal to 2 root 2. Now transpose root 2 the other side. So r plus root 2, r plus r root 2 will be 2 root 2 minus root 2, that is root 2. Taking out r as common, r bracket root 2 plus 1 is root 2. Now to rationalize, multiply both sides by root 2 minus 1. So r into root 2 plus 1 multiply by root 2 minus 1, and on the right side root 2 multiply by root 2 minus 1. So root 2 plus 1 into root 2 minus 1 is 1. So we get r on the left side, and on the right side we get root 2 into root 2 minus 1. You can keep the answer as it is, or multiply root 2 into root 2, 2 minus root 2 into 1, root 2, so 2 minus root 2, put the value of root 2, 1.414, and we get 0.586 meters. That is the radius of the red circle. The radius of the red circle, either you keep the answer as root 2 within bracket root 2 minus 1, or put the value of root 2 and you can get the answer as 0.586 meters. That's the radius of the red circle.
Was that interesting? If you have any other method, we would love to learn from you. We shall come back with more interesting videos. Like, share the videos, and subscribe to our channel if you are a math lover. Till then, goodbye.